Alright, so welcome back to the Columbus Blue Jackets BGM. We do have to sim up a little bit through the rest of the playoffs and into the off-season. Actually, it's not even the rest, it's just like 2 weeks. And we have like a scouting assignment to skip through as well. But I have a couple big plans for the off-season involving our defensive core and our forward. I want to get another forward as well. Screw that. So the New York Islanders win the Stanley Cup. Cool. Not exactly a team I'm happy with winning the Stanley Cup, just from personal preference. But I mean, they were going up against the Edmonton Oilers, so it's nice to see not the Edmonton Oilers winning a Stanley Cup. I don't even know how they got that far. I made all their players like bad defensively, and their goaltending was like really bad. So I don't know what it was. Some major mid-season acquisition maybe that I didn't know about. It's my birthday, June 12th. So let's go into the draft. I wanted to have talked about all year about getting Noah Hannafin, and I plan on that. I also plan on doing something else big in the draft that's going to surprise some people because they're not necessarily ready for it. But anyway, there's your top 5 bullshit prospects that are never really that good. We're going to see if Yager retires. That really indicates the offseason for us. So yeah, he retires. I expected it fully. Because if not, we had to re-sign him anyway. So notable: Sheldon Surrey, Sane Doan, Zdeno, Chara, Mark Savard finally, Jeff Halpern too. Played a lot of games. I didn't realize he played that many games. Yager, Timonen, Zidlicki, Daniel Cleary, Ray Whitney, Sammy Salo. So I guess the veterans. I don't know. Willie Mitchell. That's weird. Jarrett Stoll, Mr. Cocaine. I made him really bad, so I'm not surprised he retired. Markov, Gonchar, Danny Zubris, Bryce Salvador. Oh, they're gonna be really happy about that. Marty Havlat, Lubomir Wisnowski wins the Stanley Cup. That's like the first time he's actually even made the playoffs, I think, or one of the first times. I might be thinking of someone else. Martin St. Louis, Dan Boyle, so the Tampa Bay boys on the New York Rangers now. Chris Phillips, first overall pick formerly. Mark Streit, I didn't realize he played that few games. He had a really good finish to his career, almost scored 100 goals. Rob Scuderi, Olli Jokinen, Brendan Morrow, Stefan Robida, Jan Heda, Ruslan Fedotenko, Ed Jovanovski, Todd Bertuzzi, Simone Gagne, Hal Gill. We'll see who the notables are. Chris Pronger somehow was a free agent. Todd Bertuzzi, Jovanovski, Hal Gill, I already said those guys. Robin Regier, somehow also a free agent. I don't know how that happened. Corey Serich, Matthias Oland, he is a free agent, so that makes sense to me. Fedotenko, Simone Gagne, Samuel Paulson, Hagman, anyone else? Joe Corvo, Tom Kostopoulos, Nathan Horton, again, was somehow a free agent. I don't understand how some of these guys were free agents. That's really weird. I don't know if it just dropped them to free. I don't know what happened there. Brookbank retired. That's honestly one of the best names ever. I didn't check goalies, but I don't really think anyone retired, so if we fuck up one of these trades, my off-season plan changes. That's the second one, though, obviously less important. The first one's way more important to me, that we get Noah Hannafin. We're going to San Jose Sharks, who have the 3rd overall pick, and we are going to give up. What are we going to... First of all, I want to see... Yeah, Bjorkstrand still is high. I tried this before, and Bjorkstrand had really bad potential, and I got worried. But I guess he's fine now. So, we are going to go Sonny Milano. And... probably Hetherington. I think I did this before. Yeah, Hetherington. And we're going to take back a couple really bad people. Like Kurt Stollery, or Carl, I guess, and Fedden, and we're just going to release them both. So that trade's going to go through. We had to overextend a little bit because there was a line between not giving up enough and giving up too much. So that's our best defensive prospect gone. and so we needed to. We're gonna make another trade with Anaheim. That's gonna get us the pick in the lottery still, like just outside the lottery. And we're gonna trade Motri, our first and third round pick, for this. Motri was just a throw, and he's only a 3 gold or green star anyway. So David Eichel went 1-2, Arizona and Vancouver. So I don't feel like any of those trades are really that bad, like unrealistic. Like San Jose got 2 really good prospects. We just got 1 really good prospect out of it. So Noah Hannafin, there's 1. Konechny went 6 to the Lightning. Nicholas Waugh went top 10. Zaboro, Marner, Barzal, Strome, Molosh, whatever, and Daniel Sprong. No one really surprising there. I think I got Sprong before. I was thinking Bittner, but then I remember we have a lot of prospects down there. We have like Kirby Reichel and Marco Dano, who are like 2-8. That's why another reason I wanted to get rid of Sonny Milano is he wasn't really a long-term fit in our plans, I didn't think. And so we're going to get Oscar Kylington here. And that really did a lot for our farm system. That was really what I wanted to do. I'm going to try and get another pick here, I think. No, we'll just hang it up. We'll see what we get here. We'll do the second round and that'll be it. I wanted to restock our defensive pool, so I think I accomplished that. Travis Wood. There's a guy there we had the potential fully scouted out on. Stephen Templeton. Alright, we'll just make this a defense draft then. Did that guy go? Yeah, he went. Okay. We don't have a third round pick because we just traded it, so let's hang up the phones again and do that. So we got 3 really good defensemen. It's really going to work to help out our prospect pool more. I feel like this is a year for tanking, an ideal year for tanking. So I think we're going to go for that. Now, tanking's obviously an awful strategy in real life most of the time, because either it won't work or you'll get looked at as awful people and an awful team. And I just feel like in a video game, that's the best way to make your team better, is to, if your team is already bad, be really bad, and get better over time as your prospects develop. Now, obviously, not every one of these prospects is going to work out, although Kirby Reichel looks ready for the NHL. Hannafin, Kylington might turn into something really good, actually. So we could have a top 4, potentially, of Jack Johnson, Ryan Murray, Oscar Kylington, and Noah Hannafin, not in any specific order. So I'm really happy about the way that worked out. We had a lot of forwards that were really good. The Stephen Templeton guy, let's see what he's all about. Decent shot, decent speed. He's definitely a project player, only a 50 overall, but I'm happy with that because that's still a 4-star player in our pipeline, and I don't feel like David Savard's going to progress at all, really, because he had a really bad year this year. I think it was his worst. Yeah, it was arguably worse than the season before, and he's never really been good in the NHL, so I doubt that he's going to just become really good all of a sudden now, although it would be nice. We have a ton of 4-star prospects. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 4-star prospects, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 4.5-star prospects. Plus, we have an elite goaltender, and a good goaltender after that. 2 good goaltenders after that. To be completely honest, Forsberg is going to be the backup in the NHL this year. Hopefully, Dansk progresses to get better than this Merzlikins guy, because I want to see him turn into a backup. Eventually be a good candidate for that backup spot. So, I'm looking at the bad contracts we have on this team, and I want to get rid of all of them. So that's Scott Hartnell, Fedor Tutin, who else? Cam Atkinson, Artem Anisimov. Roosevelt's only 1 more year, so he can stay. Jared Boll, longest tenured Blue Jacket, and that's it. So, let me get a notepad. I'll use actual Notepad, the program on my computer. Alright, so we need to trade Hartnell, Tutin, and we're probably going to get replacement level players for them, or just players of comparable value. And we'll worry about that next step. We need to do that. Cam Atkinson definitely needs to go for that price. Although, actually, we might keep him around just because there is a cap floor, but his contract is really bad. Jared Bull, I don't want to pay that much though, so I'm gonna put Bull on this list. Hopefully, someone reaches free agency that's pretty good and we can sign. I'm not banking on it, but whatever. So instead of doing 0.85, I'm gonna rip off of target audience's GM mode, and I'm gonna do 0.9 instead for this GM mode, so that cap space is not in an abundance as much as it currently is. So let's go to the contract screen and get all these players signed up that we need. So Roosevelt, oh, he's actually a free agent. Okay, so we'll sign Roosevelt for, yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm more worried about the longer term, like the test two. Craig can go. I'm just going to release all these old players, Saint Denis, and we'll restock our farm system with young guys. Skill can go, not needed. We did have good depth this season, but you know, none of these guys are going to stick around long term. Will Bieber can definitely go. Fadoon, you can get out. Gibbons is maxed out, so he can leave. I want to make this farm system about players who are going to get better. And I think the best way to do that is get rid of players who are bad already. We'll worry about unsigned players later. We'll see who's under contract now. Knotten, Bjorkstrand, Josh Anderson. I thought that was Jesper Anderson, like the Coyotes GM mode, that to be seeded, but I see that that's not the case. So I already offered Michael Roosevelt a contract. He'll be playing with Knotten most likely if our defensive core stays intact. Mark Letestu, I'm just going to give him $2 million flat. He can take it or leave it. For 2 years, that's good, especially considering he'll most likely be moved back to center this year. Maybe not. He might just still be a winger. That third line is really... I'm going to keep that third line intact if possible, though. Because Letestu had a career year last year, and he's only going to make $2 million next year. I'll take that. He had 53 points. He's not going to do it again, obviously, unless we play him on the second line, which is completely possible. I think Anisimov was the other guy that I wanted to get rid of. Did I get rid of him already, though? No, I didn't. But he's only got 1 year left on his deal. I don't plan on keeping him around, so I might trade him at the trade deadline. That's more of a deadline deal to me. Brassard's still young, so I'm going to keep him as the second line center until Wenberg's good to go. And I am making this a lot about my prospects, and I realize that I'm banking a lot on my prospects making it, but you know, we're obviously a rebuilding team. We're not going to be very good. We got into the playoffs, yes, but we got swept. Or almost. We got a gentleman's sweep, I think. No, we won game 2. Never mind. Justin Falk I'm going to get rid of. Useless. Dana Terrell, I am going to sign again because he's a good depth player, and he might make the roster this year, considering how bad I play on the team being. Matt Calvert is the same situation, where I would normally release. It doesn't look like he's going to get very good, so we'll sign him for 2 years at 0.75. We'll do 0.76 to make sure he actually takes it. He's got an okay shot to progress. I doubt it, though. Luke Adam actually had a pretty good year on the fourth line, so we'll keep him around until we can get a better fourth line center. This guy can freaking go. I don't want him. And same with you, Chaput. And I don't think any of our unsigned guys are good enough or old enough to be in the AHL. So, yeah. Actually, Kylington we can sign, though, because he is from the SHL, so he can actually play in the AHL this season. And we'll give him a lot of time, probably, because our AHL team's going to suck. I freaking imagine. That's good. Everyone's signed up there. Goalies. McElhaney, you can go. You got enough other guys in the, down here, and if we absolutely have to, we can sign someone when the season starts. Merzulkins is going to be re-signed. I feel like Anton Forsberg is going to be our backup next year, though, so I'm not worried about that. Let's go to the next day. I want to look at trades for all those guys that I wrote down. Hartnell, Teuton, and Bowl. They're over 30, and they fit the bill of Mark Letestu. I want to keep around because he's been here for a long time. He's a veteran, and he can really lead all the players. The other, like, Hartnell and Teuton are good enough to be on contending teams. They can be role players on contending teams, and Bull has a bad contract. So he's the only one I want to get rid of because he's a bad contract. The other two have bad contracts, but they're really just useless to have on our team, considering that I want to be maybe not as average as possible, maybe even just as bad as possible. But no, like Austin Matthews bad or anything, but like just high draft pick. Maybe we can trade it for something that's a little more useful to us. Looks like Boyd Gordon's going to hit free agency. He might be a better fourth line center than Luke Adam, because I'm worried about that fourth line center spot. I like center depth, so I like to have someone who's good on my fourth line, like an 82, 83 even I've used before. Boone Jenner's definitely going to be the third liner, so no question about that. We do need to hit the cap floor, though, so I could give someone like Boyd Gordon, or not Dustin Penner, like Drew Miller, an inflated deal that makes no sense to the most of the market, but we need, like, let's just dole out $4 million for like 2 years while we are way under the cap, and then when our good players start to come up, like Bjorkstrand and Reichel, and we need to pay them, then we can worry about that. And Bjorkstrand, I think, can actually play in the NHL this season, or the AHL this season, so I'm happy about that. Franz Nielsen, Eric Cole. Eric Cole might be nice. Chris Kelly would be awesome. I might get him, because I like Chris Kelly. Even though I hate the Bruins, there's a couple players I really like on the Bruins, and he's one of them. He's so solid. Like, he's not good. Wow, Mike Green hit free agency. Good for the Capitals to realize how much he sucks. Good offensive guy, not good really at anything else. His defense is actually really good in this game, though. Sekera, Franz Nielsen, Cody Franzen. He doesn't have very good potential. Curtis Glencross might be someone that we sign. Lee Stempniak, Zbigniew Michalek. I actually might sign him for 2. He only wants 2 years. Mark Stewart, Chris Kelly, Boyd Gordon. The difference between those two is crazy, and he's older. But why is Sean Mathias an unrestricted free agent? That's crazy. He's pretty decent. Oh, he only had 14 points this season. That's bad. Barrett Jackman. We're at 5. All right. Before we get into all this, Jamie McBain, he is such a bust. That's bad. Before we get into this, let's look at Scotty Hartnell, trading him. We'll do it in reverse order. We'll do Bull, then the other two. We might keep Bull around just because he's not really probably going to have a lot of trade partners that want him. Actually, there's quite a few. Pretty good interest in him. Boston. I just want like a 4th round pick. Okay. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be completely honest. We'll trade We'll trade Hartnell last. So, because we can trade Houghton now for almost nothing, and see what we can get back. Ryan Ellis might be nice, actually. Montreal could use another defenseman, really. Not really. They need more of a top-pairing defenseman, whereas we have the depth that we need to get rid of. And they already have the depth. So let's look at another team. LA. They just let Sekera walk. That would be a good fit. Alec Martinez would be nice. We're going to send for 6 years? That much? Jesus Christ, no. Matt Green, top 6. Braden McNabb's only a depth D. I would have taken him, though. Definitely an interesting trade partner. They don't have the cap space, so that won't work, though. Yeah, that would be decent. No, they have Scandella. They don't have the top 6 depth, so I'd expect them to be players in free agency. The Rangers, they probably already have a lot of defensemen. Yeah, it really falls off. Wow, Girardi dropped. I only put him like an 85 originally. That would be a good trade for them, I think, whether they put Keith Yandel or Mark Stahl on the second line. It still would work. I think, for them. Where's... Oh, they put Girardi with McDonough. Oh, Dan Boyle retired. Yeah, that would actually make a lot of sense for the Rangers. They have the cap space for it too, which means someone walked or retired, and I think it was Martin St. Louis. So let's see. I don't think they have prospects at all. McDonough, Nash, Dubinsky, Kreider. Kreider be awesome. Kreider be like the ideal second line power forward that we would want. And he's young. Only put up 37 points, which is a concern, but on a good team too. JT Miller, maybe. Kevin Hayes. I like Kevin Hayes a lot. I wouldn't want him as a center though. I want a winger. Chris Kreider. Not their first round pick. I wouldn't want that. We'd have to throw something onto that trade, especially since they don't want to give him up. And they're probably not going to take this anyway, but take on Dan Girardi's bad contract. I don't want to do that. Hagelin. What if we throw Hartnell? We could do this all in one trade. Do Hartnell in there too. We get Chris Kreider back, along with Carl Hagelin. Let's see. That would probably go through. I want a defenseman back over that though. No, we can go. We can go sign old veteran defensemen in free agency to just play at replacement level. I need forwards. I think if we're trading Hartnell. Let's look at by overall. So that would be the 1-2 blank would be our first line. Then it would probably be Broussard, Kreider, Anisimov on our second line. And then it would be Boone-Jenner, Letestu, and Hagelin on our third line. And our fourth line would be guys we sign, because we have the room for it. Or guys who progress. No, Reichel would be on our third line. Throw Anisimov on this trade too. There's a lot of moving pieces in this trade. Let's see. So they got Nash step in, Zuccarello, Dubinsky. We're taking away their second line pretty much. They have a lot of centers and not a lot of wingers. I'd take Hagelin off this. Alright, so let's take Hagelin off. And instead of Hartnell, we'll do... Let's see if they take that trade straight up. No, it's too far off. Okay. I want Chris Kreider now. Good. I don't know. I am not... I hate Chris Kreider in real life, but I want him on my team in this game for some reason. So Teuton and Hartnell. I'd want something back. That's the issue I'm having here. And Girardi is signed for way too long. Maybe we can get a pick. Just do that. Yeah, I thought that wasn't going to go through, to be completely honest. Let's give them a third. Okay. That worked out, actually. So we got rid of both. We got rid of everyone we wanted to get rid of. And we have 22.2 million. So let's see now what we would need. Alright, so forwards we'll do defensemen first. So if it was to start, the season was to start today, yeah, we need a lot of defensemen. So we need 2 defensemen probably. Kanon's the wild card in all of this, because I could go with him or Roosevelt depending on if he progresses. So we need a top 4. I'm going to erase all of what I had written before. Top 4. We can have Ryan Murray play top line minutes with Jack Johnson, that's fine. We need a top 4 D. We'll get another top 6 D, because if we have to, we can play Savard there again. So that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, we don't have a top line. I feel like Chris Kreider on No, we'll play an EC Mob on the right wing or something. And we'll do Broussard, Kreider, Letestu, Boone Jenner, Reichel, and Atkinson. And then blank, blank, and blank. We'll say we need a fourth line. We'll use Luke Adam again. So we need a fourth left wing and no, we'll say we need one winger. Okay. That's good. Good by me. So we have enough money to toy in free agency with 2-year contracts. We can still be a decent team even while rebuilding this year. On top of that, so now we could do something stupid and sign Mike Green. I'm not gonna do that though because I don't think Mike Green is very good, at least defensively. Let's look at defensemen. Now we're in the East. I can't remember what division we're in. I want Barrett Jackman, I think. Who would my other one be? Cody Franzen would be cool if he would take a 2-year deal. What did he put up last year? 35 points, 7 goals. Not much different than the year before. You need a top 4 and a top 6. We don't have an offensive defenseman, I don't think. Yeah, well, no, Jack Johnson's not even listed as an offensive defenseman. Yeah, I'd take Cody Franzen. 2 years, 5 mil, roughly. San Jose is also interested in him. I'd take him over, because I want Barrett Jackman. I decided I want Barrett Jackman. So I'd take him over Zbigniew Mikhailiuk, because I wouldn't want 2 defensive defensemen, really. I like Barrett Jackman. I think he's a good player. Why does he want 3 years? We'll just do 3 mil for Jackman, because he'll probably take that. And fourth line left wing, or any winger, really. So we'll just see Rafi Torres, Chris Stewart, Chad LaRose, Skill, we already had him, Jordan Tutu, Eric Condra, McDonald Klingberg, Gillies, wasn't he on the Blue Jackets at one point anyway? Grinder, not really good by any means. Rafi Torres, he's now also not good defensively. Troy Bodie, also not good defensively. Why are these guys so bad defensively? I had Gibbons already. Boma might be good. Why are these guys so bad? I don't get it. Alright. Let's go with all forwards then, and we'll go just look at this. Maybe Sean Matthias. No, he wants too much money. Boyd Gordon would be he'd be a center. Yeah, I'd want to play him at center. What about Chris Stewart? Now he's only got 3-star defense too. What about Matt Cullen? Yeah, I'd want to play him at center. Steve Bernier. Why is he listed as a power forward? That's weird. Why are these guys listed as depth forwards? They're like good players. Drew Miller is a really good penalty killer. Greg Campbell, bad. Colby Armstrong actually might be our best option. He's depth forward listed though. Michael Hanses or Mihal. I don't know if Michael or Mihal. Boma, I already looked at him. Klingberg is a 2-way forward, bad defensive awareness. Fraser. Fraser's a center. Wouldn't want that. Tangradi's not good. Colin McDonald's also not good. Zach Boychuk is not very good. Some Stito is an enforcer. I'll go with... I wouldn't want Penner. No. Would not want Penner. I definitely need a winger for that fourth line. So... Lee Stepniak. I don't understand how Curtis Glencross is classed as second line forward. That's crazy to me. But, whatever. I guess they didn't watch him during the playoffs, huh? Must be not. We'll go Chris Stewart. I'm only going to give him 1 year. 2 mil. He's not going to play the fourth line anyway. Not important. Actually might end up being a good team this year. Decent anyway. They're not good. Looks like the Ottawa Senators are going to get Mike Green, maybe. Who knows? Chris Stewart. Cody Franzen. Ah, fucking Barrett Jackman, why would you do this? He was the one I actually wanted out of all of them, too. Fuck. Wow, all the good ones are gone now. That's ridiculous. Anton Volchenkov I actually really like. Cobberling. Lovejoy's only a depth defenseman on here. That's awesome. He was playing like fucking great minutes for the Penguins in the playoffs. Sekera. The only problem with Sekera is he wants 3 years. Jordan Leopold is a two-way defenseman. Wow, he actually has really good defensive stats. What do you do for points? 13? Nah, that's not impressive. Not impressive at all. Let's go with Jordan Leopold, though. We'll go 1 year on him. At the same price as we did Chris Stewart. Roughly $2 mil. I wanted Barrett Jackman. I don't know. That was crazy. Kind of sad, actually, that I'm sad when your like biggest fail of the offseason was not getting Barrett Jackman. And I said at the beginning I wanted to make this about getting players that I liked, and you know, there was a player that I liked and I didn't get him. So looks like all the goalies are gone. So if we screwed up on that, we're absolutely fucked. But I'm not concerned. We actually, I think, paid back all the money that we freed up into cap again for the next couple years. So I'm happy with that, I guess. Because I didn't want all that cap space, because then all my player contracts go up. But at the same time, these contracts are shorter, so they're not going to affect us as poorly as, say, giving Andrei Sekera a 3-year, $6.5 million contract would have. I had to check Facebook for a second. Alright, still simming. We got the whole month of August left to go. I'm gonna have to probably go in and sign. Oh, I didn't check that at the beginning of free agency. I'm probably gonna have to go back in and sign a bunch of guys for the... No, I don't know what the word I'm thinking of is. AHL, that's what I'm thinking of. But we'll do that. Now I gotta save and exit. Eagles 42 wins, that's ridiculous. That is fucking ridiculous. Is Austin Matthews not in the draft? Oh no, he's in the dub. Okay. And so is Tyler Benson. That's awesome. Because those are the guys I wanted. Benson would be cool. Actually, I'll take more medical staff. And we'll do one to assistant coach. So, let's save and quit. And come back in. I'm actually naming these GM modes. So, year 2. I gotta remember to do prospect report. So, that'll be fun when I actually decide to do that. You can see all the roster changes around the NHL that I did in the off-season before last year, even though it looks like it fucked up a lot of them anyway, because there were really bad players who regressed. Like Girardi was down to an 83. I made him an 84, I think, or 85. So that regression was completely on his own will. I miss an NHL 14, how they did, you know, the player for your favorite team and not stupid-ass Patrice Bergeron, but thinking about getting both NHLs, do Legacy, or getting Legacy later on maybe and doing a series with that, since it's probably going to be the same thing that happened the last couple years, with just, it's like a, kind of like a roster update with slight, and, you know, it had gameplay improvements, I'm not going to lie about that. Obviously, this game plays way better than NHL 14 did. They're both still not good, like, the gameplay is really not good, but why did Dickey pitch a complete game if it was 8-4? That does not make sense to me. Actually, Atkinson progressed a little bit. So let's look first at defenseman. So Ryan Murray's 85. That's awesome. It's giving me a stupid ass ad. Hold on. Okay. So I don't want Prout. I guess we need Connaughton and Roosevelt are both listed as depth defensemen. I'd rather have Connaughton. Wow, Oscar Kylington is our only defenseman in the AHL. Prout, you can go down. I don't need him then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So we'll just scratch Roosevelt then and play Savard up. I did not expect him to progress, and he did not progress, so I'm not disappointed really. So Foligno, Johansson, Broussard, Anisimov, Kreider, Letestu, Atkinson, Stewart, Dano. Oh, we don't have these guys though. Calvert did not progress the way I expected him to either. Awesome. So let's go through the roster quick. Foligno, Johansson, Broussard, Anisimov. He's going to play the top line probably. Kreider, Boone Jenner, Kirby Reichel, Matt Letestu, or Mark Letestu, excuse me. Atkinson, Stewart, Dano, Morin. These guys are not good. Why would I want these guys? I want Wenberg to play in the minors. I want you down. Dano could probably play, to be completely honest. We'll bring up Luke Adam. Surprised Morin didn't progress at all, really. He didn't really progress. Yeah, it doesn't really look like anything else. Josh Anderson actually developed into a fourth liner. I'm surprised. His defense is fucking horrendous. I'm not going to use that. Luke Adam, Marco Dano. Dano could be okay, probably on the fourth line. Defense is decent. Stick checking's really bad, actually, surprisingly. I don't want a sniper on the fourth line. I'd rather have a two-way forward. Let's see how the lines assemble right now. So, actually, it's Kreider on the first line. Wow, this is really messed up. Letestu go there for now. Boone Jenner is going to go up. Chris Stewart's going to go down. Luke Adams is going to play center. Anisimov and Dano switch out. Dano can go over there. Anisimov switch with Atkinson. We're going to put Reichel on the third line down there. Playmaker. We'll do two-way forward there. And then we'll put Letestu with Broussard. Or could we put... I don't know now. Maybe we need to get a top liner. Maybe. Defenseman, we're going to be good there. Savard and Leopold can be switched out. Power play, Foligno, Johansson, Connaughton. Yeah, Connaughton will probably go down there. That's fine. Foligno, Johansson, Broussard, Reichel, and Anisimov, Kreider. I'd rather have Letestu on there with those. Yeah, those guys are fine. Four-man power play is all good. Penalty kill, Broussard with Foligno. I want Boone Jenner, or Anisimov. Boone Jenner. Foligno can go on there, that's fine. And how's Kreider's defensive awareness? I imagine it's not very good. No, it's only 83. Marco Dano's got 85 already, actually. He'd be really good on the penalty kill. We'll put him on the penalty kill, even though he's only a fourth liner. Johnson, Murray, Leopold. I don't want Franzen on there. Savard on there at all? No. Okay. Put him on there. We'll do Anisimov and Boone Jenner for this. With Savard on there again. 4-4 lines, Broussard, Kreider, Anisimov, Reichel. That's fine. Okay. So, I did check goalies. I definitely have to co-sign someone. Okay, so Forsberg's great. That's great for him. He can come up. So Danska still is a minor backup, even at 21. So he's really coming along slow. But hopefully he gets good. This guy's, yeah, nothing. Okay. So there might be an amendment to, I gotta do the minors. Okay. So there might be an amendment to this video that you will see now. If not, then I will be back. Or I will be back for the next episode, which will be the prospect report / whatever I decided to do. So, see you guys later.